And welcome back to the Michael Power High School in Etobicoke, Ontario for game number 3 of 9 here of the men's First Touch Football Combine. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuning in from wherever you are for these games. We're going to be showcasing a new team here in this third match, team number 5. They'll be in the blue. They'll be seeing their first appearance, and they'll be going against the red squad, which will be team number 1. We just saw them play earlier today. They won their opening match. So they'll be playing their second and final game of the day as we are underway here on the field. We're playing 50 minutes total with 2:25s with a bit of a break in between. As the action is underway, some early pressure being brought onto Aiden Rushinaz, the goalkeeper for the blue team. We'll reintroduce you to team number 1 here and the blue team in just a second here, as I am Martin Ohms here giving you the play-by-play commentary, as I will be all week long with you guys. So make sure to continue sending your comments along as we have an early battle going in the midfield. We'll have to see if the earlier effects of having to play a game once already for team number 1 will come into effect. But will the chemistry of team number 1, having played a full game with each other already, to overwhelm the team blue, who's just playing their first game together? So it's definitely different storylines you can take in effect. As blue team, though, is showing some good early pace as we have a run coming in from Staiku. Staiku, though, tried to keep that one in play. Wasn't able to, and it'll be a throw-in for red. So this red team lineup, led by goalkeeper Joshua Narain. We saw him make a couple nice saves last game. We were going with Max Spence, Alessio Casage, Isaac Martins, Motsam Assi, Marlon Baptiste, Gianfranco Lopriato, Eden Sadeghi, Adam Mikina, Logan Forster, Jao Topstedt, Trevin Trotman, Isaac Galan Quinteros, Justice Schaefer, and Jordan McNally rounds out this red squad, as they will be controlled there into the midfield by Forster. He picked up a goal in the opening minute of game number 1. Doing a good job in the central midfield, as Assi, who's battling for the ball, number 4 in the green cleats, picked up the second goal for Team Red with a nice little left-footed finish from outside the penalty area. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer dancing away from the opponent, hits it back towards Trotman. Put it back into the middle by Mikina. Gets over to Schaefer. Now you're starting to see a little bit more passing coming out from this red team, but he gets intercepted. Avalos is going to try to send his teammate McKee onto a run, but getting to it first was Trotman. This blue team will be led in goal by Aiden Rushinaz. The lineup in front will be Quentin Lasport Taylor, Antonio Tripodi, Miles Leslie, Roberto Staiku, Bright Yaboa, Lucas Basmadijan, as we have a chance here for a sack. And just missing it was Assi onto the near post. Might have been better off going with the right foot there, but he tried to shoot it with his favorite left foot and just went that one wide. So continue there, we said Lucas Basmadijan, Aiden Bertoli, Jacob Zazvorka, Tiago Paulides, Dimitri Marosis, Abuid Imani, Marley Bosager, Spencer McKee, and Aiden Avalos rounds out this blue team squad playing their first game. They'll be back in action at noon. They'll be going against Team 3, who was the blue team in the previous game. So make sure to tune in again if you want to continue to watch them, as Paulides has the ball into the midfield. Gets it knocked away, and it'll be a throw-in here for Team Blue. They'll be looking to knock this one on the back line, as Paulides tries to tell his teammate to bring that one back towards his goalkeeper as he's under some pressure. He's going to pass it over now towards Tripodi. Tripodi can't get the pass in now. Paulides will be able to send the ball up and onto a run as Lasport Taylor. Here comes Taylor trying to cut inside. Gives it over towards Leslie. Leslie tries to slide in there, can't get the ball away from Forster, and now here comes the red team on to attack the other way. We're getting shut down on that run. Was the defense of the blue side doing well, and here he comes once again. Doing well is the blue defender, number 66. That is Marosis, and Marosis does well to shut down those two ongoing runs. Schaefer picks up the loose ball, try to send in McNally. We saw some good plays coming in from McNally, though he plays the striker role, not afraid to drop back, help out his teammates, as the play will resume here with the blue team be able to keep this one in. And Mani does well to keep that one in along the touchline. Everyone kind of froze, but that's why you always got to play the whistle, as the cross over to the far side of the field wasn't able to be found for the blue squad, as McKee was on that wide wing. Now here it goes again, trying to send this ball up forward. Staiku tries a shot, but it gets blocked. And coming out of his goal sliding was Narain. He almost bobbled it, as coming in close was Leslie. He was appearing in tight to try and see if he can poke a loose ball in, but Narain was able to recover. Imani gets that one poked away from him by Asi, and here comes McNally. Tried to send it back towards Asi, and there's Spence coming in forward, but Rushinas does well to come out of his net, and I think he might have got a nice little cleat in the stomach from the on-rushing Spence, so he's just going to need himself a few seconds. Is the goalkeeper in Rushinas, 2003 goalkeeper from Juventus, Toronto. Feel like it's a possible family member we saw in the women's side coming in from Juventus Toronto as well. Ariana Rushinas coming in from there as well. We saw on the women's side in day ones and day twos over there. As the men's action continues with the near ball on the near side, as it'll be Taylor has an overlap run coming in from Leslie. Leslie slightly overran it, but he's able to stop his run and retrieve that ball. Leslie again with it, has Trotman all over his back, forced to go backwards towards Palides. Tripodi. Up again to the right side, Avalos. Tries to send it in towards McKee. He will be onside. The return pass to get to Avalos, cleared aside by Martins, and it'll be a corner kick. Good early players running in there from Avalos, trying to create his team some opportunities. Comes the corner kick. That's going to go around the penalty mark. Almost was able to find Staiku. Not able to, though, as it gets cleared up and down the field, but the blue team will hold on to the ball around midfield. Morosis gets towards Avalos. Sliding play from Martins to keep it in front of him. Now McKee picks it up, and he was expecting a run from Staiku there. And Staiku will have been... I'm not sure if he's offside. It looks like the call is brought back for an offside against Staiku. So it'll be a free kick as the play will resume with a short pass. Mikina back for Troutman. Has some good pressure coming in from McKee. He's going to get it over, and now Leslie will be able to poke that ball away, but that's going to roll all the way out, and it will be a blue throw-in, actually, as Leslie was able to hit it off of the red player's leg. Nice throw coming in from Amani. Sends in Staiku, and coming over to block that one will be Martins for another corner kick for Team Blue. This time it'll be Palides coming over to take it. Players are lined up all towards that far post area, leaving the near post quite exposed for a run in, but Narain does well, calls the keeper and gets up high to make the grab. Very confident goalkeeping there from Narain. You want to make sure, especially if you go up to call that ball, you come down with it. Does the 2003 Toronto Skills keeper. Says Vorka. Playing a little 1-2 in the back line, a little bit dangerous there. As Asi gets down onto the turf to stop and Tripodi to go any further. And sliding is Forster as well, but it's going to end up as a blue throw at the end of the day. And we've seen Imani's got some power on the throw, and he's going to utilize that once again. And he's going to send in Staiku on a run. Staiku falls in the penalty area. Looks like that looked like a bit of a slip, though, rather than a foul, as play will resume. But definitely have to keep an eye on that Abuid Imani. That Abiud Imani with some good movement there on the throw and some great power. And so when you have someone with the ability to throw the ball in like that, it can almost act like a corner kick when you get into those deeper situations in the opponent's half. Comes Asi. Shot coming in from distance from Tufstedt. Not much power on that one, and Rushinaz is able to throw this one out towards Taylor. Sport Taylor, as a pass there from Leslie goes in behind his defender. This is going to give McNally an opportunity, but Imani is able to drop back to help out his defender, and him and Rushinaz play a nice little 1-2. Good composure from there to give himself some space to carry this ball forward. To the midfield towards Avalos. Avalos has got 2 red jerseys around him. Very even opening half so far between these two teams. It's going to come down to, I think, where one team makes a little mistake or one player makes a nice run, and that's what we will see on this opening goal. Otherwise, it's going to be very tough to get a goal on either of these two teams, as Imani now carries this ball up. He's going to play a cross in, and nice job there from Narain, able to call it up, and he's going to throw that one out. It's good power onto the throw. As a little body-to-body there between Morosis and the red player, and both of them are hobbling a little bit after that collision. There was Sadeghi and Neurosis over on the far side. There is Sadeghi. Tries to get it forward. Gets blocked there by Neurosis. As ball played in on the right side for McKee. McKee putting some good speed. Tries to get by, drops it back for Staiku, but he leaves it for another player who hits the crossbar. I think that was Leslie's second opportunity. Will be saved by Taylor. As a nice run in from McKee, the Sigma player. Hustling on the right wing, dropped it back, and there's a hard shove onto the back there by Asi. Gets called by the referee. Leslie took the shot into the open goals, and Narain was down, but he hit the crossbar. And Narain was able to get up in time to retrieve the second ball put in towards the goal, coming in from Taylor. It's going to be Paulides on the kick, the left-footed taker. Looking to curl this one in. Sends it towards the far post. A couple of red jerseys there. As it's going to be put in towards the midfield. Second opportunity blocked. As all the way up the field is Kajak. It's going to be a foul going against Trotman. He's going to stand on top of the ball, give his team opportunity. That's Kajak on the defensive line. Him and Trotman now. Three players in the wall for red, as Avalos is going to play this one short towards the corner. It's going to be first time put in towards the near post, but Narain will be able to capture that ball. Trying to control that one over on the far side is Morosis. But McNally is going to try and see if he can split away from him. But good job there onto the coverage on the defense. Helping him out will be Tripodi. And the blue team will try to control this and move the ball forward. That's Vorka. Good move him to get around McNally. Be a free kick. Comes through ball, and Steiku, not too sure if he would have been onside there, but the through ball was blocked regardless. Nice little spin movement coming there for Avalos. He gets brought down. Blue team's showcasing a little bit more. Like we said, the red team's already had to play a game today. They're conserving a little bit more energy here, and the blue team's coming out with a little bit more speed. But the chemistry from the red team seems to be a little bit stronger, as you would normally expect. But we'll have to see as the game progresses which side will start to pick it up. Will the red team start to, put it into a second gear here, knowing that they played a full game already, trying to conserve some energy before giving it harder later on? As the ball will be played in short here for the blue side, as the ball will get brought in for Imani. Imani with the through ball in, trying to get his way in through. That is Yaboa who's come onto the field, as it'll be cleared away by Kajak. As Madijan. Trying to get his try to find some way through towards the goal. Couldn't find a way as it goes for the goal kick. As Madijan and Yaboa, the two new strikers up top for Team Blue. Nice composure from Mikina, able to find his way through a couple bodies, and now here comes red team. A couple good passes down the line, and here comes the speed of Spence. We've seen some good pace and grit coming out of him early, but taking no chances there will be Tripodi coming from North Toronto. Be able to hit that out. A hard collision, as following through on that one was Bazmadijan. Got the ball, but I think it was just the follow through. Comes Mikina right on the edge of the penalty area. Going to leave this one back. Schaefer tried to put that one back in. So is Martins right there, not able to. And now here comes in a counterattack the other way. It's McKee, but his pass is behind Yaboa. Avalos trying to continue the pressure. He's not able to. And the red team will pick up the ball into the midfield as they're going to send a through ball in, trying to get onto the run of top step. But Rushanes will come out of his goal and pick it up. Palitas down to the right side. Avalos trying to get to McKee. He's there, as well as one of the new players, that is Beausejour, who's come onto the field to play. He's coming, Beausejour, the 2003 player from Power FC. Trying to see if he can get himself involved in the game from the right fullback position. Kajik. His pass, though, gets intercepted by Imani. He collides hard with Mikina, and he's able to recover and continue on with his run. Good job there once again to avoid that line challenge. By avoiding it, he ran out of space on the field, and the ball will find its way out of bounds for a goal kick. Said Imani, definitely a player I've enjoyed watching so far here in this opening half, showcasing some good speed and grit. Spence now controlling that ball. Finds a teammate out to the left side as it's going to get played on, and Quinteros is on a run. Quinteros cuts back. Leads it towards Spence. Spence has a teammate right next to him. He wants the ball. He's going to give it towards him. That's Baptiste. And now Mikina joins in onto attack. Plays a good crossover, but it gets cleared aside, and Avalos will get the second touch in. Martins wants to put this one back in. He's not able to, as Beausejour hits this one forward, as the red team will hit this one all the way back towards their goalkeeper and reset. Trying to send a through ball there was Martins. Good idea, though. Not able to get his way through. Now McKee. Yeboah. Yeboah's got some space. Leaves it over towards Leslie. Leslie's going to take it himself. He had an option towards his left who wanted the ball, and now he's going to get it. Bezmedjian trying to work his way through on the side, but a good sliding challenge coming in from the defender. That's Kajik, able to shut down that run. Spence over to Schaefer. Schaefer tries to play a through ball up. Rushanes calls his defender away from that one, and he'll be able to play this one in short towards Amani. Trying to switch it over towards Beausejour, but that gets intercepted by the red team. Now they're leading onto an attack the other way. But the player right there spinning around Quintero's looking for some support, not being able to find any, as he puts, though, enough pressure for the blue team player to roll that ball out of play and out for a throw-in. I believe that was Morosis who's still out there. Comes Topstedt. Try to play a low ball in. Mamani gets the back foot onto that one. Clears it aside. It looks, I believe, for throwing. Red team just wanted to make sure it was a throw-in rather than a corner kick. And they're going to throw it in right to the foot of Schaefer. Schaefer trying to see if he can turn around. He'll play it back for a cross. It's going to continue to bounce around. There's Quinteros trying to jab at that one. And they're both going to claim it. And it's going to be a red corner kick at the end of the day. Red team starting to put a little bit more of the pressure onto the blue team. They're starting to settle themselves into this game. Comes the cross towards the near post. Rushanes does well, though. Strong hands to be able to grab that one. And he wants to send a drop kick in quickly to lead a counterattack, as this one's going to get over the head of the defender. And Avalos trying to get onto this one. He's able to pinch it forward towards Yeboah, who picks up the ball. Yeboah had some speed, but dropping all the way back, that was low Priato, and he's able to do well to get back from the corner kick to poke that ball away. Bezmedjian. He's going to carry this ball forward. Nice pass over to Yeboah. Yeboah now looking for someone to pass to. Sees it, and Leslie who fires it over the goal. Miles Leslie continuing to find himself with some good opportunities and space. The 2003 player come from Masters Football Academy. There's Baptiste. Baptiste, nice spin move in the midfield. Finds himself the pass onto the near side for Mikina. Mikina's going to send a through ball in on the right side. Too far, though, to get onto Topstedt. Gives himself another throw in here for the blue team. Leslie down the line. Bezmedjian. Good move to get himself in towards the central midfield. Now he's going to send a through ball on the right side. It might be too far ahead for McKee. It will be. And it goes out for a throw. Nobody on the red team was able to get to the end of that throw, so they're going to hit it back towards the goalkeeper, who plays it first time down the near side for Amani. Amani can't get by. Good sliding challenge from Mikina. But he's going to throw this one in quickly down to the feet of Yaboa. Tripodi. Avalos, he's going to try that one from distance. That's not going to have enough power on that one. It's going to be saved by the goalkeeper as we're going to go towards the halftime break. No score between teams 5 and 1. It's been a very tight affair between these two teams, but a lot of action still to become. Second half coming up next. And welcome back to the Michael Power High School here for second half action. Teams team 1 in the red and team 5 in the blue. The teams have switched sides. It's always nice to see they switch sides, so even though it doesn't look like there's any significant advantage to either side, there's not really any breeze here. The sun advantage is starting to become more neutral than anything, but so maybe you didn't like the goal if you're a striker. Didn't like some superstitious habits. If you switch sides, okay, that's gone away from you, and you're able to get it focused onto a new goal, new backline. Maybe you like to shoot it onto the street in the backline. I have no idea, but we're back in the play here. As, like we said, a very tight and even affair as they have a throw-in coming the right side, but Bertoli is able to get up high and is able to head that one aside. Bosiger trying to stick with him will be Assi as he finds Palis into the midfield. Palis does well, finds his way through. Couple players, good burst of speed coming in from Palis. Now he's going to go through onto the right side for McKee. Here comes McKee, tries to pass it back towards Yaboa's shot, and it gets saved by Narain, but a good early connection coming in from Team Blue. As it all started from Bosiger in the back line. And Bosiger's play in the back line was able to send in a couple nice runs from McKee, and Yeboah wasn't able to finish. As we're starting to get a little breeze pick up, I almost jinxed myself from the early halftime speech. But it shouldn't really favor either team, I would think. Just a slight breeze. Leslie gets it over to the left side for Amani. Here comes Amani's cross for Yeboah, just too much in front of him. Tough set. For Baptiste. Baptiste battling for it with Bosiger. He falls down, not able to keep it going. As Tripodi just taking the safe option there, realizing he had nowhere else to go, just hit it off the red player when his team is throwing. Trotman, he's going to carry it forward. That gets intercepted by Bosiger. A little back and forth now, as we see a bunch of one touches back and forth, and it's finally finds its way all the way back towards Narain, the goalkeeper for Team Marine, and we're ready to continue. Narain again. Calling for the ball on the outside. Was Asi, he didn't get it though. And now Leslie's gonna lead and attack the left side. That through ball might be too far ahead. No, it won't. Basmadjan did well to keep that one in front. And sliding across will be the defense to be able to shut down that run as Martins slipped across to block that cross. And keep the ball away from in front of the goal. Good ball up from Marushinas right towards Martins, however, and getting up high was Avalos over the head to continue the play for blue team. Here comes Amani. He's made a run up from his left back position. He's going to continue to go. His cross, though, will get blocked, and it will be a corner kick. A good run up again from Amani to create that opportunity for a corner kick. And there you go, little warning there from the coach saying keep an eye on this left back. And it's going to be an outswinging of a corner towards the near post. Knocked away there by Trotman, and Spence is able to settle down the second ball. Now it gets booted all the way up the field, and the only red jersey up the field will be McNally. He's just going to put some pressure on the defense as Bosiger is able to hit it back towards his keeper. Martins with the head. Topstead does well to avoid two attackers as Asi's trying to get himself away. His arm did get grabbed there by McKee. He's going to look for that space. As they'll switch it across the other side of the field towards Spence. A little miscommunication between Spence and Lopriato there, as it looked like both of them thought the other one was going to go after that ball, and the ball would just roll its way out between the two of them. As here comes the blue team the other way. Basmadjan has found himself a little bit of space. The last man back was Topset, and he shuts down that run. Sadehi gets it over to Baptiste. Over to Spence. Finds McNally. McNally bursting it through on the right side. His run gets stopped, and now it's going to be sent forward by Tripodi. Down the near side. McKee gets that poked away from him. It will be a red throw. It's a throw in right there. Couldn't find either player. And it's going to be relaxed here by the defense for the red side, as Martins is going to have some space to carry this ball up. He didn't like what he saw up there, so he's going to switch it over to the far side, and now he'll get booted up the field, but that kick too strong for Spence, and right away Rushinos was already running out of that goal, ready to get onto the end of this one to send it forward. But the red team putting some good pressure on this back line. Isn't facing Tripodi, though, as he's able to send it into the midfield, but it gets intercepted by Topstedt. Tripodi able to get that ball right back off of him as he tried to get it over to the right side. He can't get the pass over now. Passing connection's just not there just yet between these two teams, as Yeboah almost got himself sent in, but Martins pokes that ball away and clears it aside to allow his teammates to retreat. Narain giving his team a few seconds here. Sometimes on those moments right now, that look means, from experiences, somebody move, somebody get open. As we have a through ball played in for McNally, it gets poked away by Tripodi, and it's going to be a corner kick for Red. But that was a look right there, because I looked on the field. As soon as he gave that look, no one on Red was moving around. Nobody was giving him any options. So that look clearly was, I need someone to give this ball to, guys. As this one's going to near post. Trotman gets down low, and he's able to head it off of a blue team player and win another corner kick. Trotman almost got down to his knees to make sure he could get the head onto that one. To get down. Might have been better off just getting the knee up a little bit. But whatever works. As this one's going to be a little bit higher. Martin's got a push in the back there. He was looking towards the referee. Referee says, nope, keep going. As the red team are going to try and see if they can advance forward, but the blue team defense of Boschiger is able to get it. Now McKee sends it down the line. Yeboah's got to hustle to keep this one in play, and he will. Yeboah back towards McKee. McKee's going to settle. He's going to bang it with the right foot. But he got too much power on that one, and a little bit of argument between him and Bezmadjian is going on afterwards. I think Bezmadjian wanted the pass from McKee over on the left side, but I can't really fault McKee at all. Again, this is a combine here. You're trying to showcase your skills. You got a shot opportunity. You're inside the penalty area. You got a clear opportunity to shoot. You take it, and he took it, but just got too much power, not enough on the accuracy. Leslie over to Avalos, back towards Leslie. He might have a shot opportunity. Sliding in there, though, as Martin's able to block it. Second opportunity now as it goes all the way back into the midfield for Palias. Really enjoyed watching Palias here, the central midfielder. 2005 player for Sigma. No surprise coming from there, as he's showing some great composure and maturity in that midfield of like so far from Palidas. That pass gets intercepted, a little bit of a dangerous one. It finds its way over to Leslie. Leslie tried a shot on the left foot, and Narain's able to make the save. A little bit of a casual save with the foot. It's Mikina in towards McNally. Mikina's making a run up, and now he sees a player running on the right side. Caught the back of his heels, but he's able to recover there. I believe that was number 13. Yes, that's Schaefer over there on the right side. Can't go any further. Now blue team right back the other way. Here comes the through ball, and too far, though, for McKee. I think Yeboah would have been offside, so that was a better idea to send the ball over to McKee. Topset gets dispossessed, and there's a hard challenge coming in from Troutman. It's going to be a throw-in, though. Yeboah, he's got time. Might have been able to control that one. Good idea, though. He sees that there's space there, but with McKee up for already the throw-in, he was not able to continue to make that run. And that ball roll out for a goal kick, as both teams are going to be making some substitutions. No score between these two teams. As here comes the ball played in short for Martins. And the play will resume here for Topstead. His clearance hits off right out of the head of Staiku and looks like, all right, I'm okay. I'm okay. He doesn't look like it affected him. 2002 player. Holding strong, looking to try and see if he can be the one coming off the bench to give blue team their goal. Good turn there from Avalos. Shakes and free. Finds Staiku, who turns around, gets it to his right foot. Didn't get enough power. Try to claim a corner kick. Referee says, no, I saw that one all the way. Points right towards the goalie. Will be called for a goal kick. Good challenge there from Bazmajian. And we have yet another throw in here. It's going to be a battle over there on the far side. Some jerseys being pulled. And the referee will see that. And it'll be taken quickly as Quinteros plays it towards the midfield for Martins. Back for Quinteros. They're going to play a little 1-2, see if he can find some more space in the central midfield. Finds it in. Top set. For Quinteros again. Going to play this one out wide. Too far, though, to get onto the run of Forster. Staiku. He's going to drop this one back for Leslie. He's going to hit this one up the field for Bazmajian, but coming out of his goal will be Narain just on the edge of his penalty area to grab that. And he's going to throw it over towards his defense to continue the attack as Martins plays it back towards the keeper. They'll play a little 1-2, just a lone man up top onto the press. McNally slips a little bit, but he's going to try to see if he can put some pressure on the defense, and taking no chances is Zvorka. Puts it back towards Rushinez. The red team offense, we saw them going in quick and fast in the first game. They haven't been able to click so far, so I think you got to credit the defense on the blue side. Guys like Bertoli, Zvorka back there, who's been able to shut down the defense. Morosis, Tripodi, all those guys have been doing an excellent job on the blue side because they haven't really troubled Rushinez in goal so far in this game. Leslie chips that ball forward. There's a hard shove in the back there from Bazmajian. A little bit unnecessary. And it's going to be a free kick for blue. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I thought the free kick would be going the other way. But referee closer probably saw something. That probably was a little retaliation over something that might have been earlier, which led to the whistle. Red throwing for the midfield. Good job there from Quinteros over to the far side. Assi tried to play that one back, not able to. And Beausejour gonna settle it down. To Zvorka, he's under some pressure and had to poke that ball away, but he hits it right towards Schaefer. Schaefer tried to play a through ball and couldn't find one of the players up top. And now Leslie. He's going to carry it up. A nice ball played in from Leslie down the right side. Martins is going to get to it at a 50-50 time, but it's going to be settled in for the blue team. Here comes a pass over for Bazmajian. He doesn't get much onto that one, though. As good job there from the Sport Taylor. Able to go shoulder to shoulder with Martins, hold his ground, and then still get the cross then. So good heads up play from Taylor, but it all started from Miles Leslie, who's been I don't even know if this man has come off yet. If he has, doesn't seem like he has, as Leslie seems he's trying to find himself to be everywhere in that central midfield. Red team was still making substitutions. This play will resume here with the throw-in. Picked up by Avalos. Tried to send it in towards Staiku. Couldn't find him. And is getting booted up the field by Asi. Spence is now going to be the attacker, and this one's going to put some pressure onto him. But recovering there will be Rushinas, and Morosis is able to hit it forward towards Leslie. Leslie tried to switch the play. His pass though went behind Avalos. Sadehi did well to get a poke in there. This one goes right towards the keeper. This one's getting booted high. Taylor tries to run onto this one. Now Staiku, he collides with Martins, and it'll be a free kick going against. Martins thought the call was against him for a second there. And he looked up, he said, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good. As play will resume here with the free kick, and he'll play this one short. Paulides passes it over towards Morosis. That gets intercepted though, and the red team can lead forward. Trying to make a run with Contreras. He can't go any further. Trying to help him out was the midfielder Sadehi. He couldn't help it out. Now Avalos has got a ton of space in the central midfield. I like that he's taking that space, but his pass wasn't able to make it through. Paulides tries to go forward, but a sliding challenge from Martins is able to shut it down. Isaac Martins being a dominant in the backline 2003 player, like you said, from the rush. Doing a great job in the backline. Working with Alessio Casa, the 2004 player. Leslie hits it off of Mikina, wins a throw-in. He wants to take this one in quickly, but team's already called for substitutions. Good idea, though. Good idea. Comes Leslie, able to settle this one in towards the midfield. Sliding challenge, though, does get blocked as there's a good battle around the midfield. The player gets spun around. There was Paulides. He puts his hand up, and he will get himself the free kick. He gets picked up here in the midfield. Quinteros tries to send a through ball, and no dice. Trying to get himself away from the challenge there. Bertoli gets himself a little bit up out of position now. He's trying to hustle back to help out his defense as the through ball. And it's going to get played in, but way too far. And Zavorka is just going to watch that one go all the way out for a goal kick. Good movement from Baptiste. Like I said, after this game, Team 1 here will be done for today. Team 5, the blue team, will see them back in action later today at noon. They'll be taking on Team 3. Teams 2 and 4, which we saw in the opening 2 matches, they'll be back on the field here shortly. Team 2 will be in the blue, Team 4 in the red. So we have to see, will we get a late winner? Baptiste trying to play through ball. Can't get it by. Morosis tries to put some pressure onto the back of Quinteros. And they're able to send it forward, are the red team. Sadehi. Over the left side for Forster. Forster keeps it in play, but he gives it straight towards the blue team. And they're able to carry it forward as Taylor. Taylor gets by the first defender. Taylor trying to continue forward, but Baptiste will be able to poke that one aside and get it out. But looks like Baptiste has hurt his back ankle. He gives his thumbs up to the referee. Says, no, don't worry, I'm okay. Maybe just a little bit of a knock there. As he looks to stretch it out, is Baptiste, as Staiku a little frustrated. He couldn't get any further. Bossiger. Put a little bit of an arm onto the back there, did Bossiger, and he's going to get called for a free kick. And Forster will play it short as we resume play. Baptiste has that one roll off his foot. Now Avalos continue to try to get forward. And that's as blatant of a yellow card as you'll ever see there. I don't think there can be any arguments there. I'm not too sure what Forster is bringing up about talking to the ref, but that was as blatant as a yellow card as you'll ever see on the field. Like I said, no cards here, so just a little bit of a warning and free kicks. But you can almost say sometimes, I'm trying to think, would that might have been a smart foul at the same time. If you gave up the ball there in this situation, you know it's late in the game, blue team is coming in on an odd man rush. You just got to take the foul, take the yellow card, and allow your teammates to get back in position for a possible free kick. So in one case, I can see where Baptiste is coming from. You'd rather take this than an odd man rush and giving up a late goal. It's going to be Leslie. That takes a deflection off the wall, but Narain is still able to dive to his left to make the save. Good shot, though, I would say, as Narain's going to throw this one out wide towards Schaefer. Schaefer's pass brings it back towards the defense. They're under a little bit of pressure, so Martins has to play it back towards his keeper. So we're probably in the final moments of this game here. Let's see who will make the last rush in, as they'll be thrown in towards Forster. Forster's going to play a through ball, and will Spence be able to create it in the final play? No, he won't, as it gets poked away for a throw-in. Referee, though, is allowing the throw-in as Forster plays it back towards Spence. Spence is able to get by him, try to get it into Sadehi, who gets it poked away and out for another throw. Hit into the midfield, picked up here by Baptiste. Tried to get it over to Spence, but the pass there is blocked by Tripodi, as a high foot will be called against the blue team attacker. And the red team likely get one more chance to go forward. Here comes a shot there from distance. Good opportunity there for Schaefer, but it goes right into the waiting hands of Rushinaz, as the referee has the whistle up to the mouth now. So maybe they added some extra time here in this game, as we got an injured player here, a little bit slow to get up. But there goes the full-time whistle, as there'll be no score between these two teams. I think it's the first no-goal game we've seen this entire showcase so far, but it's been back and forth between these two teams, and I think a tie would be a fair result. So we'd like to thank, of course, our partners for today is Gladiator, SAT Training, Box to Box Tech, Inaria, CE, Physio, and Gatorade. Thank you for your continued support. We'll be back very shortly. Teams 2 and 4 are up next. See you guys soon.